used to get a little bit of anxiety when I was ordering at restaurants, especially when I was competing in bodybuilding, and then also trying to navigate some health issues when I didn't want to isolate myself and not go out to eat. So yesterday on my stories, I posted a meal that I got at a hibachi type grill. I got a lot of comments and questions about how I order. So first and foremost, know that you should not be in a fat loss phase for a very long time. You should typically be in a maintenance kind of calorie for most of the year. But when it comes to ordering at restaurants, I order in a way that makes me feel good. It makes me feel totally fine calorically, and it physically makes me feel okay. So what I do is I actually have them take my food to the back and I tell them no dairy, light oil. And I do that for a number of reasons. Number one, because dairy doesn't make me feel well. And I used to go to those places and just feel really awful for up to 3 days. You can eat whatever you want, but I got a lot of questions on how to order at restaurants. And the general rule that I like to teach, whether it's in general fat loss classes or maintenance calories, or whether I'm teaching cardiac patients, is if you are eating at restaurants often, you cannot treat those meals like a celebration every single time. So sometimes people will tell me that they have a hard time with counting macros or understanding nutrition because their life involves eating at restaurants frequently. And while that is okay, you just have to kind of learn how to navigate those situations. Ordering at restaurants is really easy to do. Ordering at restaurants has become a lot easier over the years because there's a lot of specialty type foods. But the biggest lesson, the biggest take home lesson, if you're still here with me, is do not treat all of these meals that you're going to restaurants as a celebration, because sometimes we can get into that situational eating where we think everything is a celebration, where we have been programmed to think if we go to a restaurant, but the whole point is that oftentimes we are getting served more calories than even what's on the menu, because they're certainly not weighing those things in the back. And sometimes you just feel lousy because some of the ingredients that are in the foods that may upset you. For me, it happens to be dairy. So take a look at the menu, understand what portion sizes are, have some protein, fat, carbs, whatever you choose to do, but don't treat it like a celebration every time. And if you have food sensitivities or maybe something just doesn't agree with you, just ask them to make it differently. And this makes it really easy for you to eat at restaurants, whether you are in a fat loss, a maintenance, or a health phase of your life. If that was helpful, follow for more.